Right, all of my subscribers who are here because of Sven Gamsky or Tame Impala, you need to check out Yacht Rock Superheroes Steely Dan. If you dig the sounds of interesting chords and freaky modulations, these guys will blow your mind. And your
head, and your mind, and your brain, too.
I just love them sick. Yeah. Of the many hundreds of truly wonderful musical moments in the Steely Dan catalogue, one of my favourites has always been that woozy sounding organ solo from one of their earliest releases, Do It Again. Now that's not to take anything away from that wicked sitar solo that precedes it, but I do really love playing the lines from other instruments on guitar. It always teaches me new things. So Steely Dan's singer, songwriter and co-founder Donald Fagen actually played that organ solo on something called a Yamaha YC30, which had something called a portamento ribbon on it. And that's how he created that weird slidey effect heard during the first 3 or 4 bars of that break. Yeah. So, here's a quick breakdown of the moments that make this solo so great, in my mind. Number 1, the weird echo delay effect on the organ. Yeah. I tried to emulate that by simply copying and pasting my recorded guitar file onto another track and then dragging it out of time to mirror that bizarreness heard on the original. Number 2, the many odd note choices heard throughout this solo, such as that little trill between the second and the flat 5 that occurs during measures 5 and 6. Magic. Yeah. Number 3, that cool rhythmic motif that Fagen sets up during measures 9 through 13. So it's based on a triplet phrase, and if you heard it by itself, it actually sounds like but it's played across a straight beat. Number 4, that completely out of key phrase at the end of that passage, that motif. What Fagen is doing is playing a little G minor pentatonic from the root to the minor 3rd to the 4th to the 5th, but then he moves it up a tone so that it's now A minor over the G minor. That already introduces one tone that we hadn't heard in the song to that point, because up to this point it's been based on a G Aeolian minor mode, so like B flat major scale, which fits the chorus chords of the song. So it's in G minor, but it goes up to a C minor, a D minor, and an E flat major. So all those chords are out of the major key of B flat, which means we're using a G natural minor or a G Aeolian mode. So by moving to the A minor in that little phrase, he's actually taking our ear away from G Aeolian to G Dorian minor. But then he moves it up another tone, which brings it to a B minor, which, well, all of a sudden your minor 3rd in G minor is gone. We've got a B natural in there, so it's like a G major sound. And the 5th in B minor is an F sharp, which is major 7th in our original key of G minor. Anyway, it sounds like the rhythm section of the band is still pumping away on a G minor groove, but the improvised instrument over the top is just playing a riff based upon a completely unrelated chord form. If you heard that bit just by itself, you're like, whoa, hang on. But this is the beauty of music and of improvisation. Yeah. Because Fagan sets up that motif and moves it slightly away from the key, he can then move it again completely out of key, and we don't go, oh, it's a mistake. You know, it sounds completely intentional. It's just gradually drawing our ear away from the tonal center that was there for the rest of the song. That's just genius. I think I say genius too much. Do I say genius too much? I think I say genius too much. Yeah. Okay, number 5. Those stacked fourths in measures 14 and 15. That's very hard to play on guitar. I've noticed piano and organ players regularly play things in fourths quite easily. On guitar, it's quite tricky. You're constantly skipping across strings or using quite wide reaches. So that was a little tricky bit to play. I had to practice that passage quite a lot. Hey. And number 6, the final descent, that last staccato, you know, those triplets that he's playing. That the eighth note triplets, that's the time delay used on the echo between those organ sounds and what I did here. And so it's great because as he's changing notes, they're all overlapping but in time, and so it's really hard to hear exactly what notes he's hitting. So hopefully I've mirrored it closely enough. Anyways, it's heaps of fun to play, so have a crack at it. You can find my transcription for guitar, specifically for guitar, over at soundslice.com, where I do all my transcribing. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in for another week of interesting music from Danny Eddy. Please consider giving me a like and subscribing to my channel, and perhaps even sharing my clips. And comment. Love to hear your feedback. If you think I've got some of this wrong, or you think there's a better way to do it, or you've got your own version, yeah, let's talk.